Ideation International Incorporated began its journey to success in 1992 with a modest goal: to change the way the world thinks. They began with engineers, and for several years they have shown engineers new and rapid methods to create, invent, and solve their most vexing problems. Today, they are applying their methodology to all phases and functions of business to accelerate valid business decision-making and stimulate business growth and profitability. The methods are now taught in more than 50 universities in more than 20 industrialized countries. Ideation International is located in the Detroit suburb of Southfield, Michigan, at the center of technology and innovation. At the heart of ideation success are some of the best scientists and educators in the world, including the top developers of the theory of inventive problem solving. This solid foundation has enabled ideation to build an impressive worldwide client list that includes several Fortune 100 companies. Ideation International Incorporated is the world leader in the development and application of the theory of inventive problem solving. Ideation is a scientific and systematic method for solving a company's most difficult problems. Ideation International uses inventive engineering to assist its customers with the essential business function of innovation through the use of education, publications, software tools, and analytical services. Now let's examine the way ideation is being used to inspire and educate young entrepreneurs. The Entrepreneurs Grow on TRIZ program is designed around two primary objectives. The first objective is to introduce young people to an effective and exciting method of thinking and making decisions. And the second objective is to motivate and excite them about a bright future, using the theory of inventive problem solving and becoming entrepreneurs. The Entrepreneurs Grow on TRIZ program is composed of 8 modules. The first introduces young people to the competition they're going to face. It asks them how they're using their minds right now and how they might use them in the future. It provides an innovative journey to success, and along with the facts and processes, it introduces them to the need for desire, dedication, and devotion to what they're doing. Then we ask them what makes an innovation, and we identify for them what really goes into innovation. We show them the creative thinking process, and we give them some case studies of products that have been invented and patented. Then we say, now it's your turn, and we give them their project. And while they work on their project, we try to keep their eye on what they see as the ideal future and how they might need to create it. Let's turn now to a group of middle school students from Ames, Iowa, as they go through the process and begin to create their own company and become real entrepreneurs.
I'm Cal Halliburton. I've been teaching here at the Ames Middle School for the last 15 years, and I've taught 8th graders here in Ames for a little over 35 years now. During that time, I've had a number of wonderful experiences myself, and my students have had some really high point experiences as well. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about what I think may be the latest and greatest of those experiences for both of us. Ideation brought to us a program called Entrepreneurs Grow on TRIZ. They've given us something to help introduce the kids to the entrepreneurial spirit. They've also given us the theory of inventive problem solving, TRIZ, a Russian acronym pronounced as TRIZ. Within that theory, there are several basic concepts, and they had the time to teach some of those basic concepts to our young people. We got 45 students who signed up. Zion Barrell volunteered to come here to Ames to teach TRIZ and the Entrepreneurs program, and then Zion proposed their problem. He said, we will come back 9 school days later, and you will talk, not us. You must find a problem that you believe is an inventive problem, one that needs to be solved, and then develop a solution. We want the kids to think about problems that they face every day.
If there was a problem that we had, then we could use an invention to help fix that problem.
All the hair falls on the floor and gets tangled up in the comb, and it was really messy.
We just wanted a way that would be simpler, so it would just be easier and you wouldn't get gel over your hands.
Then they analyzed it based on the TRIZ concepts.
We first come up with ideas, and then we think of what it needs to be improved. And then we think of ways that we can improve it.
You have to propose the idea, and then we just found the weak spots of it, how it couldn't work, like the contradictions that would come from it, and we just try to reverse those.
And by doing that, it kind of made us think a little harder than usual, and it kind of made people think a little differently.
The ideas they came up with were just amazing.
We built a shoe that it cleans the bottom of it easier by pushing air out through the bottom of the shoe.
We did a self-cleaning comb, and you can press a button and all the bristles, they kind of collapse, and then you can change covers and it just kind of self-cleans itself.
We designed the gel comb, and it has a pack that goes on top of it, and when you squeeze the pack, the gel comes out through holes in the comb and onto your hair.
We invented a blanket with slits in it so you can read without exposing your upper body.
This is a different way to learn.
I've always kind of wanted to invent something, and this is kind of an organized way to do it.
We did a lot better than we thought we would do. We thought that we'd come here and just give ideas, and we actually ended up making a to-scale model of what we thought we were going to do.
I always wanted to do something kind of like this, and so it was fun just to be able to tell somebody else what you've done, because you're proud of it. You're I made this.
That kind of recognition, I think, is very important to people this age.
We felt proud of ourselves of what we did, and we learned a lot too.
I learned a lot about business and what it takes to create new things.
It's really exciting, and you get to try to put your ideas in your mind and try to make them reality.
We took the idea maybe farther than we actually thought we'd be able to take it.
I mean, we had to put so much effort into presenting it, and they told us how wonderful we did. All the hard work we put into it really paid off.
They produced final results that I think you could only describe as wow. A tremendous experience.
They far exceeded the expectations that we had. We really didn't know for sure what we might get. I think that the folks from Detroit who came and heard the presentations were tremendously impressed with our students.
They said, Cal, we never expected the quality of ideas and products that these kids came up with. They said to us, Cal, we have corporate presentations that aren't as good as some of these kids did.
They just blossomed. They just opened up with, gosh, we can really do this. We can be behind this. This is our idea. And they can just create anything. They can do whatever they want. And they probably always had that in them, but this program allowed them to really break into that and start to really discover and create.
It's a chance for the kids to do things on their own, to explore some of their own ideas in a way that's not done in a structured classroom. And maybe someday to market something, it's completely different from anything that she's gotten so far. It's like a whole new world for her.
Those basic concepts and their additional TRIZ education will give them a winning edge as an entrepreneur, something that no one else would have. Ideation worked with the middle school students and produced terrific results. But they didn't stop there. After talking with the lawyer and the lawyer giving them some assistance with some of the things they needed to do, they've now come to the point where they have the paperwork completed. They're now Swivel Ideas, limited liability company.
It gives them a centralized structure in order to be able to deal with other companies and to give those entities confidence that they're dealing with a legitimate organization.
They have their identity. They have elected their officers. All 11 are members of the board of directors. Mr. Barrell and I are ex officio members of that board, and we'll work with them and consult with them in the future.
We're ready to go all out and become a company, and we're going to get out there with the best and be right on the market, sell things.
It happened because we focused and we came down to what we needed to do.
You just have to communicate well and just focus real well and to get stuff accomplished.
They have prepared their mission and goals for being a true business.
We hope to further develop our products, and also we're going to look into those and see like if big companies would partner with us and we can market those.
I think it's all motivation. We really want to go somewhere, and I think we can feed off each other's ideas. We can all work together to make it better and end up with better products.
The reality-based learning that's taking place here is going to serve the folks very well, now and in the future.
A lot of people, they might think that since we're only 13, 14-year-olds, that we can't really get anything done. But now that we see that big companies are really similar to us, we kind of have that extra motivation to get us going, because we know we're not that far behind from all those big guys out there.
Not distant future when they would be leaving high school and going on for further education. What might this company do to assist with that?
In the future, having that money will support us through possibly college and other financial needs. Working at this, we can come out on top of everyone else.
You know that you can now make a difference because now you have that much more knowledge about how the inventive process is.
Sometimes money isn't all that matters, and it's how you run your life. And I think that doing this, all in all of us will be better people, and we'll have a better life because of it.
And the growing continues as Swivel Ideas travels to Detroit, Michigan, home of Ideation International. Members of Swivel Ideas tell their story to local school administrators. Tour the home of the invention, the Henry Ford Museum. Visit major industry, and meet the Ideation family. They call their first business trip a great success.
When I started out thinking about this company as a game or playing, then what Zion and Mr. Halliburton has been doing for us is really keeping us focused, and now I think we're really ready to go with it.
I thought the trip was pretty helpful for our business because we talked a lot about what we should do in the future and how our products will be manufactured.
It was really different sitting down with real professionals because we got a better understanding of how serious this really is, and was really helpful.
The best scientists in the world talked to us about thought processes and gave us prep talks about how to have success in the future, and I thought that was very important for our business.
Zion showed us how to set up a business by each basis of what everyone needs to do and what everyone needs to commit to the business to actually get going. And that was pretty helpful to all of us.
It taught us that you have to be aggressive when selling something, and you're almost selling yourself.
Zion is definitely an outgoing person. I think that's one thing that makes him a very good business person. What he's trying to do is pass that trait on to us. And he's done a very good job of it so far, and it's going to help us in the future selling things, keeping ahead of everyone else, and being independent.
On this trip, they kind of got us back on track, and now we know where we're going. So it was very important in the motivation aspect.
It feels good inside just to be able to know that we can do these things and we have the power to do that.
I'd like to make a toast to Swivel Ideas and Ideation.
It's just added a little more fun into the business atmosphere, and it showed how relaxed the Ideation, they're actually a family. Zion stressed to us how important it was to have friendships inside our company rather than what everyone else says it's bad to have friends when you're in a business. But that's one thing that I think we need to stress with the rest of the people back home and tell them that we do need to be friends. And from the beginning they said it was going to be like a marriage, and I think that we need to work on that and that if we do, we'll have a great company.